Welcome to Gurudeva Online Classes. I am Surya. Dear children, now let us discuss the new topic, that is components of food. Before going to start our discussion, why we need food? Dear children, as we have learned in the first lesson, food it is very essential to our body for growth, development and to repair our body parts. Right? Then what does the food it is made up of? As we have seen in this chapter, first chapter, that food it is containing the different ingredients. Right? Our food item it is made up of the different variety of the ingredients. And also we have discussed the what are the sources of food. We have obtained the food from the plant source and animal source. Then suppose if you are going to a hotel, when you order a meal, what does your meal contain? Your meal containing the chapati, curry, rice, sambar, pickle, salt and curd. So your meal should contain at least one food item which is rich in the grains. Right? So suppose if you move on to the other state, so other state it may contain the different food items, different food ingredients it is having. Then here it will be completely changed from one state to other state. Or suppose your meal it containing the dishes of the meat or fish. So it will be different for different state and different places also. Then dear children, why do we eat so much variety of the food? Why we have to eat the variety of the food? Here we have to eat the variety of the food. What does the variety of the food it is containing? It is containing the components. Okay. Then what are the components does your food it is containing? That it containing the components such as carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. With that our food also containing the dietary fiber, and dietary fiber we are also calling as the phases. Okay, with water also it is very essential to our body. Right? So when we are having all the kinds of the components, then it will be helpful to our body for regular growth, development. So all these components we are obtaining in our food means it is good for our health. Because of that purpose only we have to eat such a variety of the food. Right? Dear children, suppose when you are traveling in a bus, so at that time, so what is available on the roadside? You are eating that food, right? What it will be available on the roadside, that food item you are eating. Then that food item it does not contain the all these nutrients, right? All these components it is not present on that food item, right? Sometimes it containing the all the nutrients, and sometimes it may be absent in that some of the food item. Right? Then dear children, do our body needs different kind of the food item for special purpose. So why we have to need all these kind of the components? Does our body need this for special purpose? Yes, of course. Here our body it is needed for the special purpose. Now let us discuss what are the importance of the components. Why our body need these components to why our body need these components. Now let us discuss. Yes, dear children, now let us discuss what are the different food items. What do different food items growth and development of the body. Then what are the function of these nutrients? Nutrients, they will be helpful for the growth and the maintenance of our body, and also it will be helpful for the proper functioning of our body. So they are nutrients. Then what are the nutrients they are made up of? What are the components they are having? Here the nutrients, those are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. So these all we are calling as the nutrients. Dear children, as I said before, nutrients, these are the substances that our body is needed for the regular maintaining of the growth and for the proper functioning of our body. So we are eating the food item. Does our food item contain all these nutrients? Now let us test whether we are eating that food item, whether it is containing all these nutrients or not, by using some of the chemicals. Now let us begin with the how can we test the presence of nutrients in our food. Now let us discuss the nutrient, that is carbohydrate. Here carbohydrates commonly we are calling as the energy giving food. Means the major function of the carbohydrate is it will provide us energy. Okay. Here the provided energy, for what purpose we are using this energy? We are using for daily activities. For example, for playing, sleeping, okay, reading. So to process all the life process, we need energy. Means we are obtaining the energy from the carbohydrates. Here carbohydrates we are calling as the energy giving food. Then in which food item we can form the carbohydrate nutrient? Here carbohydrate we can form in some of the food sources. For example, wheat, rice, etc. Look at this picture. Carbohydrates are found in wheat, rice, bajra, maize, banana, mango, papaya and muskmelon. Is there, children? These are the some of the food sources which are rich in the carbohydrate. Then how can we test whether the presence of carbohydrate in our food item? Then how can we test the presence of carbohydrate in our food? Now let us do one of the activity to test whether the food item it is containing carbohydrate by using some of the chemicals. Children, we have to prepare some of the solutions. Let's prepare some of the chemical solution by using the compounds. Let's see. Now let us prepare some of the solutions by using the certain compounds and certain chemicals. Here first I will prepare a dilute solution of iodine. Here a dilute solution of iodine can be prepared by adding the few drops of the tincture iodine to a test tube half filled with the water. Here I had taken, this is the tincture, right? So I had taken few drops of the tincture in a test tube. For this I will add little quantity of the water. Then I had now make it as a dilute solution. Dear children, this is the solution of dilute iodine. Yes, dear children, now let us prepare the copper sulfate solution. Here copper sulfate solution can be prepared by using the copper sulfate. So this is the blue color compound, that is copper sulfate compound. This is here copper sulfate we are also calling as the blue vitriol because it is in blue color, right? So this is the copper sulfate compound. See, by using this compound we can prepare this solution. Now let us prepare the solution of copper sulfate. Here copper sulfate solution can be prepared by dissolving 2 gram of the copper sulfate. Here I have taken little quantity of the copper sulfate in a test tube. For this I will add little quantity of the water. Yes, dear children, this is the copper sulfate solution. Here I prepared by using the copper sulfate compound with the water. Yes, dear children, we have seen that how we can prepare the iodine solution for the test for the carbohydrates. Okay. Now let us test. Our food item by using the iodine solution here. Okay. Here, how have to observe the change in color on the surface of the bread. You might have noticed that is the bread color, it will be turns into blue black color. Then what does it will indicate? If the food item after adding the iodine solution, when it is turns into blue black color, then it will indicate the food item it is rich in carbohydrate. Means here bread it is containing the carbohydrate nutrients. Now let us start the activity. Dear children, now let us do the test for starch, or also we are calling as the carbohydrate. Here starch it is one of the unit of the carbohydrate. Now let us begin with the test for starch. To do this test we need food item. Here I have taken the bread as the food item and iodine solution as we prepared before. Iodine solution I have taken. So these are the materials is required for the test for starch. Take a small quantity of food item or raw material. For this you have to keep iodine solution. Now I will keep here. Yes, dear children, observe the food item. If the food item, if it turns into blue black color, then it will be indicates that the bread containing the carbohydrates. Yes, dear children, you have to notice that the bread color it will be changes into blue black color, which indicates that bread it is containing the carbohydrates. Means here starch is present. Dear children, we have seen that the bread color it will be changes into blue black color. It will indicate that here there is a carbohydrates, they are present in the bread. Okay, this is the test for carbohydrates. Dear children, we have seen in that activity here the bread color it will be turns into blue black color, which indicates the presence of carbohydrates. Here carbohydrates they are containing the many types. Which are those? Those are the starch and sugar. Starch and sugar. These are the carbohydrates units. Okay. As I said here, test for carbohydrates also we can call, or we can call it as a test for the starch. Both also same. Okay. This is all about the test for the starch or the test for the carbohydrate. Now let us go on to the next one. That is how we can test the presence of proteins in our food item. Dear children, now let us test the presence of protein. Here to do this activity we need some of the materials. That is we need the food item. With that we need copper sulfate solution and we need caustic soda. Okay, these are the few materials we need to test the proteins. Dear children, as I said before, here copper sulfate solution how we have prepared. Okay, later regarding the caustic soda. Yeah, caustic soda we are also calling as the sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, by using these materials we can test the presence of protein in our food item. Take a small quantity of the food item for the test. Suppose if your food is in solid form, then make it as a powder or paste. Then you have to add 10 drops of the water to that. Later you have to make it as a solution. So for that solution you have to add 2 drops of the copper sulfate solution. Next you have to add 10 drops of the caustic soda. Here caustic soda we are also calling as the sodium hydroxide. These two solutions you have to add for the food item. After few minutes you will notice that your food item it will be turns into violet color. If the food item it is turns into violet color, then it will shows that your food item it is rich in the protein. Yes, dear children, now let us do this activity by using the material. Yes, dear children, now let us do the test for protein. To do this test we need some of the materials. Those are, we need the food item. Here I have taken milk as the food item. Okay. Next we need the caustic soda. Here caustic soda we are also calling as the sodium hydroxide. Okay. This is sodium hydroxide. Next
we need the copper sulfate solution as we prepared before. So these are the three materials they are required for the test for protein. Now let us begin the activity. Take a small quantity of the food item. Suppose if the food item is solid form, then you have to make it as a paste by using the water. Here I had used the liquid form. So I had taken here milk. So for this food item you have to add copper sulfate solution. Now I will add the copper sulfate solution. Later we have to add caustic soda. Here I will add few drops of the caustic soda or sodium hydroxide to this solution. Shake it well. Yes, dear children, look at the test tube here. The solution it will be turns into violet color, right? So if the food it is turns into violet color, then it will shows that your milk containing the protein. Yes, from this activity we have understood that milk containing the protein.
Yes, dear children, we have seen in that activity how we have to test the protein by using these material. Suppose if your food item turns into violet color, then it will shows that your food it contains the protein. Yes, dear children, by learning all these points, we will wind up our class. So before going to wind up our class, once again we will recall what we have learned in this class. In this class, we have learned regarding the nutrients. Okay, nutrient. What do you mean by the nutrients? What are the functions of the nutrients? Later, we have test the nutrients. That is, we have test the carbohydrates or starch. Okay, at last we have test the proteins.